Hi everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Cricket. I've had several requests to make gingerbread cookies, so here goes. I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup of softened butter, that's a stick and a half. I have 1 cup of packed brown sugar. I have 3/4 cup of molasses. I have 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 1/2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 3/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So let's get started. In my stand-up mixer, or you can use a handheld mixer, we're going to cream the butter and the brown sugar till light and fluffy. And this is going to take a few minutes. I'm going to let it get going, turn it off, scrape it down, and then let it continue to mix till light and fluffy. Alright, now I'm going to add my molasses, and I did spray my cup with some non-stick spray so the molasses will come out better. And add my egg. Scrape down my bowl a little bit. Now we're going to mix this till everything's combined. With my flour, and I forgot to cut the camera back on, I've added all of my baking soda and salt, cloves, ginger, and cinnamon. We're going to mix that with the flour real good. And now we're going to gradually add just a little bit of our flour mixture and let it mix in, and just keep doing that. You want to start it on low, because if not, flour will go everywhere. And now we're going to take our mixture, put it on some plastic wrap, and we're going to cover it and let it refrigerate for several hours, because right now you won't be able to roll this out. Cover it, kind of flatten it out just a little bit. And in the fridge it goes for at least 4 hours until you can handle it real good. Alright, my gingerbread dough for the gingerbread man's been in the refrigerator for several hours. As you can see, it's still, kind of pliable. But I'm going to roll mine out already on a sheet of parchment paper. This sheet right here will fit in my pan. So I'm only going to take half this dough. Right now, we'll work with just a half of it at a time. I'm going to move this, and yes, there's flour already on my table because I've been baking other cookies and stuff. Flour my hands, it's still sticky, and just knead it just a little bit. We don't want too much. Slide our parchment back. And in this way, if it sticks to the bottom, it's sticking to the parchment, and that's just going directly on our baking sheet. Okay, and that top's floured real good. I'm going to flour my rolling pin. And we want to roll these out to about 1/8 of an inch thick. 1/4, 1/8 inch. I'm going to flour my cookie cutters. I have a little gingerbread man with a little bow tie. And regular little gingerbread. And we're going to cut these, but leave them spaced out enough too for when they bake. So and just kind of carefully, let's pull off the excess, and we will rework that. If it sticks to the parchment, just get you a little knife or something, and you can pull that away. And this dough is real sticky. Okay, I don't know if you can see real good, but if you have any rough edges, I just flour my knife and just kind of pat it back in there like that. So we want to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And we want to cook these for 8 to 10 minutes. Or until the edges are firm. And then we'll let them cool in the pan for about 5 minutes, because if you try to move them right away, they'll be kind of pliable and you might break them. But and then we'll let them cool on a rack. And just take your pan and just slide it underneath it like that. Now if you wanted to roll it out just on a floured surface and cut them out and transfer it, you could probably get more on the pan that way. I don't want to do that. So I'll bring you back when all of these are done. And just your scrap, just kind of work it back together. And then start all over. Just real quick, I want to show you, I did flour just my table real good. When you roll it, take it and kind of pick it up, grab you some more flour and turn it. Just keep turning it so you know that it's not sticking. Just kind of pick it up, get some more flour, and just keep turning it like that. I know I keep bringing you back, but this one flipped up when I cut him, but you could take you a spatula and gather up the rest of these. And that way there's less chance that they'll get broke. Alright, if you double stack your gingerbread men in the pans in the oven, make sure you rotate halfway through. This is the one batch. This is the one batch. And you can dust off that excess flour. Let them cool for about 5 minutes in the pan. And see, they're slightly crunchy right there. And they'll stiffen up some. And then put them on a rack to cool. And then we'll be back to decorate them. Alright, my cookies are cooled. And what I do with the extra flour, you can just brush it off. And I have been nibbling on these cookies. And they're really good. So what I'm going to do, because I am running behind, these are going for the Hope for Christmas for the children. And I bought these, and you might have seen that in one of my hauls. After Halloween, they had these for 10 cents. Just the ready squeezable frostings. That's what I'm going to use. I have a red one, an orange one, and some white. You can frost these with just simply some powdered sugar and some water. So I'm just going to do it this way with these little bags. I'm in a hurry. I've been baking all day and it is now 5:30. Whew, that bag frosting from Halloween, you know, might have been a good deal at 10 cents each, but it was not fun to work with. I probably won't be able to move my hands tomorrow. I had to squeeze so hard and then it's too liquidy. But anyway, I'm in a hurry. So, here's our gingerbread man cookies. Oh, and I wouldn't make a house with this dough. Don't use this dough to make a house. It's way too thin. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope that you like these, and I hope if you make them that they turn out good. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave a comment. I love hearing from you. And if I don't answer back, there's been problems with trying to, when I go to reply to a comment, sometimes it will not. It just say comment failed. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. Bye, y'all.